Keller Bend Road out in West Knoxville was the biggest place. That's where I met Craig Stannard, and we used to climb the cliffs there. Craig had basically just opened up the whole cliff, and I'd seen him for years and years in the caves. First, when I was in high school, he would turn off his light and hide from us. We knew he was there because you could smell, you could smell the carbide, and we all had, any of us that really knew anything about caving had bought carbide lamps. He thought I was a really good climber, and I was like in total awe of most of his problems. It took me years to do quite a few of Craig's problems. I mean, many years. It's the same things happen at Boat Rock today with the kids. They're having to ask me because I can talk them through any problems they've ever done. And even though some people have said that I might have been telling tall tales on some of them, other people that were with me the day I did them know better. So, and like I say, you can't take the experience away from anybody if they luck out and pull off some of the problems. So anyway, Craig had done a ton of top ropes there, so we really learned to climb on the cliffs and doing all the different faces and stuff like that, mostly slab climbing on the limestone, of course. And then Craig also showed me the sinkhole, which is a small sinkhole over on the other side of the mountain at a lower elevation than the summit. And it's got like 65 boulder problems, 16, 18 feet high. And we climbed there for years and years and years. That's really where I learned to climb. I really actually learned to just step over on the stuff that just didn't seem like it was possible, and just try to load it with your weight. And Craig basically showed me how to use your feet and all the rubber on your shoes instead of just the toes. And Craig had a pair of climbing shoes I think he got in 1971 out in Salt Lake City. He was out there doing something with Union Carbide. He had a degree in geology from Middle Tennessee State, and he was out there for some odd reason, climbing or whatever, and bought a pair of climbing shoes that had the quote sticky rubber instead of the lug soles. Those were called RR Verap.
Okay.
It's a Spanish, I don't even know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's the way it looks on the shelf. I've still got my shoes here. I bought the same pair. I had my younger brother pick me up a pair in 1973, again in Salt Lake at the same store. And I just told my younger brother to buy a pair of shoes that were comfortable on his feet like tennis shoes, because I just never believed in well, I couldn't stand any kind of rock shoes really. They all hurt, but I always tried to buy at least size 11, and my foot measure was 10 and a half. And some of the shoes hurt so bad people would give them to me or something to climb in at different places, and different pairs of Sportiva and stuff like that. And I'd always try to get a size 11 at least, so that I could get my foot in the damn thing. And because I never took my shoes off. Once I put my climbing shoes on in the morning, like anywhere I went, I just wore them all day. And that's why I always wore sandals, because I could just carry my sandals easy. I was too lazy to carry tennis shoes. And of course, I didn't know what a boulder pad was. I wasn't bright enough for that. So, which made bouldering even more interesting without boulder pads. But it also limited the amount of problems I could do because of the debris field that the kids cover up the debris field with. So, I wouldn't even consider some of the problems. I'm sure I could have done them. First thing I knew anything about climbing, and we climbed that, and then immediately went to the hardware store and bought 200-foot white nylon ropes and went to Keller Bend. We're lucky I'm still alive. We used to lead on stuff like that, with no gear. One of my buddies actually drove wooden pegs in the rock and drilled holes in them and put I'd call it string through the holes. It was a joke. Sinkhole more than anything, just because I learned to climb there. and the limestone's so. You can learn to climb on limestone. You can climb anything.